With the Covenant SuperCarrier in orbit now revealed, the UNSC had to hatch a plan to destroy it in order to save Reach. The plan they devised would become known as Operation Uppercut. The plan involved UNSC forces regaining control of a Sabre launch facility to deploy Sabre strike fighters into orbit, use those to board a Covenant corvette, and use that Covenant corvette to transport a bomb to the Covenant SuperCarrier. The objectives of UNSC forces in this engagement would primarily be to destroy the SuperCarrier, but along the way they would have to commandeer a Covenant corvette and regain control of the Sabre launch facility. Meanwhile, the Covenant sought simply to destroy the UNSC assault force, but specifically they would like to destroy the Anchor 9 facility as well in orbit and maintain control of the Sabre launch facility on the ground. This operation began as Covenant forces laid siege to the last UNSC Army units based at the Sabre launch facility at Farkas Lake. While the Army units continued to hold out the best they could inside the sealed facility, a group of Spartans known as Noble Team began their infiltration, landing on the beach outside and fighting their way through the Covenant assault force through to the besieged UNSC facility. At the same time, UNSC Army forces within the facility carried out their own offensive against the Covenant assault force, squeezing the Covenant forces from both ends. The end result was that the Covenant assault force was at least temporarily repelled, and UNSC forces were able to regain complete control of the facility, long enough to launch a few FS-1000 Sabre fighters into orbit. Once in orbit, these fighters rendezvoused with the Anchor 9 service station used to maintain UNSC naval forces while they are anchored over Reach. This station at this time is in the process of removing the slipspace drive from the Paris-class heavy frigate, the UNSC Savannah, to be converted to the bomb needed for this operation. However, while UNSC forces are mustering near this station, the Covenant launch an assault, primarily consisting of Banshees and Seraphs, supported by a number of Phantoms. This assault took the form of 3 distinct waves that were repelled by UNSC forces, both the Sabre fighters deployed to the area, as well as point defense cannons on the Savannah and the Anchor 9 station itself. With this assault repelled, forces of Noble Team were able to split up into their Sabre flight groups, and a group piloting a Pelican that would deliver the bomb to the Covenant corvette that was their initial target. The corvette chosen by UNSC forces was the Ardent Prayer, which had been sent out on a scouting mission and was due to return to the Covenant SuperCarrier, giving the corvette the perfect cover to approach the massive Covenant capital ship. As such, it was besieged by a small UNSC strike force, consisting of a number of Sabre fighters, piloted by both UNSC Marines and Spartans from Noble Team, as well as the UNSC Savannah, which served as heavy fire support for this operation. The fighters swooped in and disabled the Ardent Prayer's engines, while the Savannah began carrying out strafing runs, attempting to disable the corvette's weapon systems and provide an opening for UNSC forces to land on the upper deck. Once a number of UNSC Marines, as well as several Spartans from Noble Team, were able to deploy onto the corvette, a vicious close-quarters battle ensued within the Covenant vessel. Before long, UNSC forces were able to gain control of the hangar. However, at around this time, the Ardent Prayer's plasma fire was ultimately able to destroy the UNSC Savannah. Luckily, the Savannah had finished its key role in this operation, which was providing its slipspace drive, but it still was a loss for the UNSC. With the hangar now under the control of UNSC forces, the slipspace bomb is delivered to the ship's hangar via a Pelican, and an assault is carried out on the corvette's bridge. After more intense close-quarters fighting, the corvette in its entirety is now under the control of UNSC forces, which began piloting it towards the Covenant SuperCarrier. However, the firefight in the hangar had managed to damage the bomb's timer system, meaning it would have to be detonated manually from someone on site. As a result, Spartan George 052 remained behind on the Ardent Prayer, while the rest of the UNSC strike force evacuated the Covenant corvette. As this strike force was moving away from the corvette, the Ardent Prayer approached the Covenant SuperCarrier Long Night of Solace and detonated its slipspace bomb, doing devastating damage to the Covenant SuperCarrier and destroying both vessels. As a result, Operation Uppercut could be considered a UNSC victory, but would be overshadowed by the loss that was to come. In the aftermath of the destruction of the Long Night of Solace, a massive Covenant fleet, one of the largest in recorded history, arrived over Reach, and the Battle of Reach truly began. This would ultimately mark the first major space engagement since the Battle of Sigma Octantis IV, in which a Covenant fleet was destroyed or significantly damaged by a single UNSC destroyer. If you'd like to learn more about that impressive engagement, I'll leave a link in the upper right-hand corner to my battle analysis on the Battle of Sigma Octantis 4. And if you have any other engagements you'd like to see covered in future episodes of Battle Analysis and added to the archive, you can let me know down below in the comments. Last but not least, if you enjoyed this video, head down below, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.